This portion of the Max Level podcast is brought to you by Technisport Gaming Chairs. Are you in need of a new chair for your office, studio, or gaming space? Technisport is one of the leading manufacturers for gaming-related chairs. In fact, scholars have long debated the origins of the Pro Gamer series. The most common theory is that a mad scientist created the first prototype by crossing a racing car with a lazy boy. However, gamers claim to have known these creatures for thousands of years, and some streamers insist they have always existed right here in cyberspace. Go to TechnisportUSA.com and use the offer code LDG to save 10% when making a purchase. Again, that's offer code LDG whenever you make a purchase at Technisport Gaming Chairs, and you'll instantly save 10%. And remember, if you want to hear the Max Level podcast in its uncut entirety at 5 a.m. every Monday morning, be sure to subscribe on either iTunes or your favorite podcast app of choice. While you're at it, make sure to click that subscribe button here on YouTube and turn notifications on so you never miss one of our uploads. Let's talk THQ Nordic. Let's talk about THQ Nordic here for a minute. And the reason I want to talk about THQ Nordic this week is because a new story broke. I didn't have it in the Weekly Scoop News Report, but a new story broke earlier this past week that THQ Nordic has acquired the Carmageddon intellectual property from Stainless Games. And the last game we got from the Carmageddon franchise was in, what was this? Carmageddon Reincarnation was released for PC in 2015, and an updated version was released for PS4 and Xbox One as Carmageddon Max Damage in July 2016. But Carmageddon was a standalone game that came out in PC, or for PC, in 1997. But that's not why we're talking about this. I don't care about Carmageddon. It was a fun game. Sure, Carmageddon was fun, but I don't care about that. The reason I want to talk about THQ Nordic is because I think this company is going to implode. Yeah, I do. I think they are doing too much. And I know you said that you had some things to say about THQ Nordic as well, but I don't know. I don't know if they're positive or negative. So I'm going to let you go first, and then I'm going to counterbalance everything you said, because I'm assuming you're going to be more positive than me.
I love THQ Nordic. I really do. I know it sounds a bit of a joke, but they buy up everything, and they're saving the video game industry. A lot of these IPs are sitting dead. Now, to Brian's counterbalance, they'll probably stay dead forever.
That's one of the things I'm going to talk about. Yeah, absolutely one of the things I'm going to talk about. Yep.
I mean, but THQ Nordic, we have Time Splitters. We can get a new Time Splitters game out of them. How awesome is that going to be? You know, maybe they can pick up PsyOps. You don't know. No one knows.
No one knows except for THQ Nordic. But are they going to still be a company long enough to actually buy those IPs is the question.
They have limitless funds.
I don't think they have limitless funds. I don't know how they have so many how much money that I don't get it. Because THQ Nordic originally was Nordic Games, and it is a video game publisher based in Vienna, over there in, Austria. Vienna, Austria. Yeah. They must have a billionaire backing this company. They have to.
Oh, it has to be. But my point between them is, don't you think they could just kind of float forever on just remastering the classics that they have the rights to?
I don't know. No, I actually don't think they can, because they still have to spend money to remaster the classics and put them out and publish them and, license them and put them out on discs. And they actually have to pay. They have over 1,000 employees. According to Wikipedia, in 2018, they have 1,021 employees at THQ Nordic. They have to pay all those people. How did
Darksiders do?
I don't think they've actually released sales numbers yet, because Darksiders just came out 2 weeks ago. I don't think we actually have, or not even 2 weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks ago as our time of when the episode releases, but I don't think we have sales numbers yet. I liked it. I thought Darksiders was good, but a lot of people said that it wasn't nearly as good. And I agree, wasn't nearly as good as 1 and 2. And I think it even sold less as 1 and 2, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure we'll get sales numbers sometime in the coming weeks and we can update based off of that. But I don't think it's going to sell nearly as well. But I want to talk about what they're doing here. In February 2018, we talked about this earlier in the year, THQ Nordic acquired Koch Media. It's actually up for a nomination at our Level Down Games Awards for Shocking Moment of the Year, because Koch Media was a huge media company. They were a German-Austria media enterprise started in February 1994. And that Koch Media owned Deep Silver. So Deep Silver then, because they owned Saints Row, back under Saints Row became under the THQ label once again, because after THQ went bankrupt, Nordic Games ended up buying pretty much everything that they could from THQ, including the name THQ back in 2013. And then they actually renamed themselves in 2015 as THQ Nordic. Let me tell you everything that they own. This is ridiculous. THQ Nordic, in 2011, they acquired the following IPs or games: Aquanox, Alien Nations, Beam Breakers, Chaser, Cold Zero, Europa 1400 The Guild, Freak Out Extreme Freeride, Gothic, Itch, K-Hawk Survival Instinct, Legend of K, Neighbors from Hell, Panzer Elite, Pusher, Rally Trophy, Railroad Pioneer, Soldner Secret Wars, Space Force Rogue Universe, Spellforce, The Nations, Yoga Wii, Zax the Alien Hunter, Animates, Besieger, Castleween, Domination, Dunes of War, Dungeon Lords, Emergency Fire Response, Enigma Rising Tide, 1st Battalion, Genesis Rising the Universal Crusade, Harbinger, Painkiller, Pax Romana, Project Earth, Riddle of the Sphinx and Egyptian Adventure, Rock Manager, bad game, Safecracker, Stealth Combat, Superpower, The Forgotten It Begins, The Golden Horde, Trader's Gate, Aura, Fate of the Ages, Crystal Key, Darkfall, Dead Reefs, Dracula Origin, Echo, Secrets of the Lost Cavern, Evidence, The Last Ritual, Forever Worlds, Enter the Unknown, Hans, Christian Andersen, The Ugly Prince Duckling, Keepsake, Missing Since January, Missing the 13th Victim, Murder in the Abbey, Mysterious Journey 2, Next Life, Nibiru, Outcry, Postmortem, Return to Mysterious Island, Safecracker, The Ultimate Puzzle Adventure, Sentinel, Descendants in Time, The Black Mirror, The Book of Unwritten Tales, The Cameron Files, The Egyptian Prophecy, The Experiment, The Moment of Silence, The Mystery of the Mummy, The Omega Stone, Riddle of the Sphinx 2, The Sacred Rings, Trader's Gate 2, Cypher, Voyage, inspired by Jules Verne, All-Star Cheer Squad, All-Star Karate, Alter Echo. Oh, no, actually, sorry, we're in 2013 now. Voyage, inspired by Jules, was the last thing they acquired in 2011. Now, we're going to move on to 2013. All-Star Cheer Squad, All-Star Karate, Alter Echo, Baja, Edge of Control, Battle of the Bands, Beat City, Big Beach Sports, Big Family Games, Crawler, Darksiders, The Blob, Deadly Creatures, Deep Six, Destroy All Humans, Dude's Big Adventure, Elements of Destruction, Fantastic Pets, Frontlines, Fields of War, Full Spectrum Warrior, Juiced, Locks Quest, MX vs. ATV, Neighborhood Games, Pax Imperia, Eminent Domain, Red Faction, Splashdown, Stuntman, Summoner, Terranium, The Outfit, Titan Quest, U-Draw, World of Zoo, Desperado, Wanted Dead or Alive, Silver. 2014, Codename Panzers, Cold War, 15 Days, Curse of the Ghost Ship, Overclocked, A History of Violence, The Mystery of the Druids. 2015, Men of Valor, Bridge Project, Citadels, Jagged Alliance, North and South, Panzer Tactics DS, Thunder Wolves, Nexus, The Jupiter Incident, Codename Panzers, Impossible Creatures. 2016, Big Bang Racing, Black Knight Sword, Imperium Galactica, Liberty Wings, Sign Mora, Scarabaeus, Pearls of Nile, Skydrift, U-Brain, sure, Armored Fist, Blackfire, Delta Force, Comanche, F-16, Multi-Role Fighter, F-22 Lightning II, Jigsaw, The Ultimate Electronic Puzzle, Joint Operations, Typhoon Rising, MiG-29 Fulcrum, Tashion, The Fringe, Ultrabots, Wolfpack, Sphinx, and The Cursed Mummy, Legends of War, War Leaders, Clash of Nations. In 2017, Rad Rogers, Gianna Sisters, Eldorado, Rogue Stormers, Fret Nice, Kill to Collect, Puzzlegeddon, RoboSurf, Robbie Tumbler. And so far in 2018, 1940s, Aces of the Luftwaffe, Apocalypse, Bouncing Bandit, Clouds and Sheep, Devils and Demons, Dynamite Fishing, Farm Invasion USA, Epic Battle Dude, Guns and Glory, Happy Vikings, Hidden Temple, I Slay Zombies, Infect with only the C's capitalized, My Fitness, Ninja Hero Cats, Panzer Panic, Photo Party Puzzle, Pick by Watch, Rocket Island, Save the Puppies, Stage Dive Legends, Stunt Kite Masters, Super Party Sports, Townsman, Vegas Fruit Slots, Watchface, Second Sight, Time Splitters, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, Act of War, Alone in the Dark, Wreckfest, Goat Simulator, Sanctum, Satisfactory, Expeditions Conquistador, Expeditions Viking, and most recently, Carmageddon. Who the fuck needs that many IPs, dude? Who needs that many IPs? Nobody. There isn't a single.
Capcom has that many IPs.
No, they don't. Capcom doesn't have 130 plus IPs. I just listed about 130 IPs to you.
Yeah, but they're buying these things so they can make the new things. Like, we're getting Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy next year.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we aren't. We got a remaster and that's it. That's all we're going to get.
You need the tease before you get the whole thing.
No, you don't. And you're making that up because it wasn't even announced. All we're getting is a Nintendo Switch version in 2019 of the same game that we played back in 2003 that wasn't even that good to begin with.
Well, Brian, I am trying to think like THQ Nordic, okay? So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that just proves that you think stupidly.
Well, did they put out the remaster of Darkstalkers, and now we have Darkstalkers 3. So there you go.
Darksiders, first of all.
Darkstalkers, they own that too now.
No, they don't. They haven't bought that yet, but don't give them any ideas because they probably will. No, and okay, that's actually something I want to mention here. You actually hit the nail right on the head. The only new game THQ Nordic has put out ever is Darksiders 3.
You mean like buying an IP and then putting a new country into the series?
Correct. Yep. The only new game that they've put out is Darksiders 3. Now, they have Biomutant coming out in 2019. That's a new game and actually a new IP. That's actually cool. I'm okay with that. I like Biomutant. Looks great. I think Biomutant looks like fun. Looks like a great Legend of Zelda type experience. I'm excited for Biomutant.
You just put out Sunset Overdrive, last month?
They published it for Microsoft on the physical edition, I believe, or on PC. Okay. No, they published the PC version of Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is a Microsoft IP. Like, Microsoft owns that, but they didn't want to.
So they did distribution for it then.
Yeah, they distributed it for Microsoft. Yeah, so they have like a partnership to distribute, and it's not just Sunset Overdrive. It's certain other games that they're putting out as well for Microsoft. I forget exactly what they're putting out for them, but they're doing certain games with Microsoft, like the distribution rights. So. Oh
wow! I just pulled up a list. You're all right. Wow, that Darksiders 3 is the first thing they've.
Yeah, no. I know I'm right. Like, but
Brian, don't be that guy. Okay.
No, I'm not being that guy, but like reading through the list of the acquisitions that they've made since 2011, everything I just mentioned, there hasn't been a new game that came out. That's why I knew that Darksiders 3 was the first new IP. And that was just off the top of my head, knowing that because of literally the list of games that I read. I want another Time Splitters. I want a sequel to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I would like another Wreckfest. I would like another Alone in the Dark. So many, there's these games I want another Rad Rogers, Giano Sisters.
Now, do you think they're going to start putting out like compilations?
Yeah, because that's the next best things to remasters. Probably. I feel like that's all this company is going to do. And it really does bother me that they're buying all these IPs just to do that. Now, granted, I guess you could say that these IPs were just going to sit there and lost in time forever because no one's going to do anything with them anyway. But why are you spending money to buy these IPs? And THQ Nordic has actually came out and officially said on the record, we have no interest in doing things with these IPs. Some of the things they're buying, they have no interest in putting out a game for. They have no interest in doing anything except owning the rights to the game. Why?
Residuals, and then if someone wants to make the game, you can license it to them. So it's kind of like playing the long game. It's like the stock market.
They're becoming a joke.
I don't. Do we like it? Absolutely not.
No,
of course we wouldn't like. Who would like that? But it makes sense. Like if you somehow manage to finagle your rights to own Super Mario Brothers 3.
First of all, you can't. You have to own the entire Super Mario Brothers IP.
Of course, you own it. Who cares? Okay, so somehow through some kind of magic, you got the Mario Brothers rights.
Okay.
Now, you and I were not making a Mario Brothers game. No. I don't know about you, but I don't have the skill.
I do, but I'm not making it.
But if Nintendo wanted to turn around and do Mario, yeah, I can license it to you. I could, you could pay me. It's business. It's not the kind of business I like.
I don't think it's smart business because for a while there, everyone was excited about Nordic Games. They bought the THQ IPs. People liked THQ. THQ made the same mistake that THQ Nordic is making now. THQ was buying all these games. They were buying these IPs. They were putting out these lackluster games. And it eventually cost them their company. They went bankrupt over this. They went bankrupt for the same reason that THQ Nordic is now following in that path. If you look on Reddit, if you look on Reset Era, these forums are now turning THQ Nordic into a joke, saying it is only a matter of time before they literally become the company that they bought and they took the name of. They are going to implode and become bankrupt just like THQ did. Like, I think they need, and I said this before the last time they bought stuff, just stop. 2019, don't buy a goddamn thing in 2019. Just take what you have. You know they're not going to. You know they're probably going to add 100 new IPs to their catalog in 2019. They're probably going to buy Electronic Arts. I have no idea. They're probably going to buy EA. They're probably going to do something stupid in 2019.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to do something stupid in 2019.
They're going to release their own console.
they're going to buy Microsoft and put out the Xbox Scarlet.
Also, the first official game that they put out on an IP was MX versus ATV All Out.
Oh, that's true. That game sucked, but nobody remembers that game. No one cares. Nobody remembers that.
And they do have upcoming. They signed a deal with Monster Jam, so they're going to put out the Monster Jam game soon.
Those games always suck too.
Just talking smack about Rainbow Studios. I get it.
The first actual original game that they're putting out that I'm excited for is Biomutant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to that. I think it looks good. I hope it plays well. I will be the first. I liked Darksiders 3. I thought that game was fun. I thought Darksiders 3 it didn't deserve all the hate that it got from the industry. It didn't deserve all the hate that it got from certain content creators. I thought it was fun. But
they're a brand new company, THQ Nordic. August 2016, is when they were founded. Because we're only talking...
As THQ Nordic. Nordic Games has been around since 2011.
Okay, well, still 7 years. They're still a fledgling company. Gives them some time to build into something better. Maybe they'll actually use these IPs for good, not evil.
I hope. I don't think so. I think you're just kind of looking at it optimistically and hope and wishful thinking there.
I'm ever the optimist. You know that.
But I think that in the world of gaming and in this industry and in just business in general, you kind of just have to rest on what you have for a little bit. Like, if you keep buying more, eventually you're just going to implode. Like, you can only fit so much stuff in your body. Otherwise you explode.
Also, THQ Nordic, Spellforce sucks.
They what?
I'm letting them know that Spellforce sucks. Just letting them know right now.
Oh, Spellforce, bad game. Yeah. Bad game.
Eat it.
I just hope that this, I hope that they stop, man. They really need to stop. They have to slow down on what they're doing. They have to stop buying IPs, and they just have to put games out. Like, do things now. You put out Darksiders 3. It was good. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of critics bashed that game. Take what you did with there, learn from your mistakes, do Darksiders 4. But right now, focus your efforts on Biomutant. Pick one other IP that you own and put out a game on that one too. Start making good games. Start making games that are good, that you're releasing on a regular basis. And then if these games are doing well, use the funds you get from those games selling to then go out and do more. Put out a new Time Splitters. That game will sell well. I promise you, as long as you make a good game, that Time Splitters will sell well because people want that game back. You do that, good job. Biomutant, make it good, game sells well, good job. Go out and get something else then. Celebrate by buying a new IP. Merry Christmas to THQ Nordic. But put out games on what you have first. Show faith that you're going to do something with what you're buying before you just buy every IP. Like, you don't need to own everything. You don't have to. There's no point in it. Yes, you might want the licensing fees like Frank was talking about, or the IP rights to get the money from that. But in a realistic world, every IP that I read on that list when we started talking about this, there's maybe 10 on there that are even interesting to anybody. Like, nobody wants a new...
Yeah, well, most of them are garbage, but if I may offer a counterpoint real quick.
Yeah.
What about studios that sit out there with just dead IPs in general? Like, wouldn't it be better just to consolidate under one banner? Like...
Find out why those IPs are dead. Find out why the studios are sitting on them.
Why have we haven't had a new Gex game? We haven't had a new Legacy of Kain game. Those are great series. People love those series. I love those series.
I do too. I like both those series that you just mentioned, Gex and Legacy of Kain. But don't you like the original studio that actually made those games? And if some of the talent is still there, if somebody new buys the IP from them, you're not going to get the same type of game. You may get a bad game.
I'm not getting the same type of game now. I mean, they're sitting there, they're shuttered.
I would rather have nothing than a game released out and an IP that's bad. Like, I have an example of that, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Recently, a sequel came out to a game that it would have been better off had it just not released. I think that's
Duke Nukem.
Well, yeah, that could probably be the case as well. But there are certain IPs to where it's just better left as memory, because you don't need a new game to come out and be an abomination to the industry when you have these retro games that are still fun to play. Like, you can go back and replay these games. Nothing's stopping us from going back and playing the original Gex trilogy, just like nothing's stopping you from playing the original Legacy of King games that are still fun. They're still good games.
Got them all on Steam for $1.99 a piece.
Yeah, they're still fun games to play through. Now, if another studio comes along and makes a new Legacy of Kain and it ends up being a 2 out of 10, you're not going to be happy with that game. You're going to hate it, and you're going to wish that you never bought it. And you're probably going to try to get a refund. It would have been better just to replay an old game. So, unless the original studio and like the original talent, or, you know, it was people that actually were in love with it and knew how to make a true spiritual successor, I just think that, man, I don't like this at all. I think I just think it's becoming too much of a joke, and I'm not alone in thinking this, that they just need to stop for a little while. They need to let it cool off, let it cool down, and then go out and, you know, get some new things. But they have to release games first, man. They have to release some games. They have to release some games, and they have to release some good games. So that's it. That's it. Thanks for checking out a portion of the Max Level Podcast. If you enjoyed what you just watched, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn notifications on, leave a like, and drop a comment down below. If you're interested in checking out the Max Level Podcast in its uncut entirety at 5 a.m. every Monday morning, be sure to subscribe on either iTunes or your favorite podcast app of choice. We'll see you next time.